for the Klondike. So I don't know if Jeff and Warren.
Warren, get up here. I'm going to use you for a screen. Okay. I think the Klondike was a big success this year, due in part to the quantity of people we had out there. We did our best to do what we do, but to make it better, we need to hear from you. I've heard a couple of things, mostly related to the divisions of the race, senior, junior type thing. We're open to ideas, if you guys got any ideas, and we're also open to some new blood. Warren here is going to be stepping down from the committee, and Jack Marshall, John Unger, and myself are undecided what we want to do. We'd like to see some new blood in there, but tonight we just want to hear what you liked and what you didn't like about it. So, anybody have any comments, concerns? Warren.
Okay, one of the thorns that I saw was we didn't give the troops that were going to be in a race enough advance notice, or any advance notice, that they were going to be in. And sometimes it makes a difference because it gets crowded in the race. They usually have to have 2 or 3 positions for patrols. One of the things that will have to happen next year if we do that, because we don't know until we get all of the events in which ones are going to be in the race. And so in order to pick ones that are going to be in the race, we have to wait until they all get in. Well, they weren't all in until Wednesday of that week. So we do have to ask to get the selections in a little earlier than that, maybe a week earlier than that, so that we can determine which ones will be in the race and the position for that.
Yeah.
Kind of along those lines, I would say a late January Klondike seems a bit early. It's difficult to get everything all done and settled right after the Christmas to New Year break. An early February Klondike, all of them are a guess as to whether we're gonna have snow on the ground. If we can get an early February Klondike or even mid-February Klondike.
You're suggesting pushing it back a week or two?
Just a week or two, because when you think about it, we were back from Christmas break, and then bang, it's done. Barely even had one meeting, a PLC and one meeting before Klondike. And a lot of the scouts aren't thinking in November or December what they're going to do for Klondike.
We start thinking right after we lose that summer camp.
But the interesting fact, though, is that we actually had a higher attendance than we've ever had in a long time. We had like 350.
Yeah.
How many of those were Weeblos versus troop attendees? I'm just curious.
Do you know how many were Weeblos as part of the Klondike?
Not exactly, because not everybody's responded, but I think we probably had close to about 75, maybe 80 people.
Half of them were running around my group, I can tell you that. It seemed like it. I know that fully a third of my
we had
turnout was there.
we had 20-some Weeblos with whatever parents, so that was 30. That's why I was asking. We had 350.
Right.
How many are Weeblos, and what percentage of was just the regular troops that we usually attend? Was it still a good turnout of troops and scouts as a whole, or was the half of them Weeblos and parents? Is that part of that 350 number?
Well, that's always part of the number.
Okay.
We don't just count the scouts, the Boy Scouts. So I think having a jump of almost 100 kids, was pretty awesome. don't know why, but, you know, it's great.
Stephen, how many were from Heart of Milwaukee?
There were 2 troops from the heart of Milwaukee, about 15 people in total.
There were 20 total.
20 total.
Yeah, they camped with us.
There was how many?
There were 20 total, they camped with us at Fun Lodge, so, you know, that was adults and scouts. So, and I spoke to them at the end of the, you know, Sunday morning as we were cleaning up, and for a lot of them, it was the first time they'd ever been to Klondike, and I could tell that they very much enjoyed it. Had a good experience, and, you know, I pretty much said, anytime the guys have an opportunity, they're welcome to come out. You know, they should take advantage of it. I kind of echo comments earlier about, you know, some of our inner city troops, basically, I'd like to see them partner up with some of our troops. It's good for our boys and good for them.
Okay, any comments on the race, the food, the events?
When you guys were mentioning the race stations, how do we avoid bunching up at the stations? I know we were station 2, which usually it wouldn't be a problem, but if you're station 4 or 5, if you've got a slow troop or a slow patrol, and then you got 2 fast ones, the 2 fast ones get penalized if they're waiting.
Yeah,
How do
There's really
do
no
you space them out more, or how do
real
you?
answer to that. We try to send them off every 5 minutes, and we try to limit the event time on the race to 4 minutes. So it's pretty tough to pick up a minute between stations. I know it can be done, but when you go out to Lazinski and back, they're actually passing them up. And in years past, we have had issues with that, where they were backed up 3 and 4. And what we ask the troops to do is have not one single area to do your event, but have like 3 little stations, so you could handle 3 sleds at a time, 2 to 3.
Depending on the event,
Yeah.
and I'll use ours this year as an example, we weren't gonna be able to set up for
Sure.
that. And I guess that would be something that, okay, if we're only gonna be able to man 1 setup, then we're not in the race. Even though you'd like to have our station in the race.
Right, right.
Would it be better if your station was first?
Well,
I mean, if you guys, if you guys would first, would they have enough time to do that one and take off, and they wouldn't be butt-cheat up, or do you think it was difficult enough that the first
I
guys are
wasn't
gonna?
picking on our station.
No,
particularly,
just,
But I was just looking at, if you've got a couple, 1 slow patrol, just like golfing.
yeah, we had
One-
3 at our patrol, or at our site at one, you know, they came in, because 1 did come from Lazinski, and then the other 2, 1 was passing the other one, and, I mean, ours was easy, it was kinda not, so this is, here's some more, do it, but
Uh-huh.
if they had to do fire building, or, I don't even know what all the other events are,
Mhm.
I can see how it could be challenging.
Mhm.
Cause yeah, if another group did come in, they would've had to wait.
That's why we try to limit it, we told the stations to limit it to 4 minutes, you know, not
Okay.
Chris, did you have any problems? Interest?
No,